Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Todd Chrisley reveals how he felt when hearing he was pardoned. Todd Chrisley has revealed how he felt when he heard that he was pardoned. This was the biggest news he could have received in prison. Great news at that. So fans have been dying to know how he felt when he heard that this was going to happen. He has been radiating positivity since getting out of the Pensacola prison. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Savannah Chrisley fights hard. Dreams come true. Savannah Chrisley has been fighting for her parents' release since the second it happened. She had to take over legal custody of her younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe. However, she wanted her parents to be home more than anything. Earlier this week, she and Grayson got a call from Donald Trump. He called them personally to let them know that he was pardoning their parents. Wednesday evening, Todd and Julie Chrisley were both released from federal prison and free to go home with their family. This was the first time they had spoken to each other in 2.5 years. Some are not happy that they got pardoned. However, everyone is happy for their children to have their parents back. Todd Chrisley reveals how he felt when hearing he was pardoned. Todd Chrisley has revealed how he felt when he heard the news that he was pardoned. He was in shock. It seems as though Todd was in pure shock. He did not know how to respond or how to feel at that time. He was overwhelmed with joy. However, he was also feeling guilty for leaving the other men he was in prison with behind. Todd and Savannah are going to work on bringing justice to families. However, this is going to be a long road. For over a year, Todd Chrisley's world was reduced to cold concrete walls, steel bars, and the echo of doors slamming shut. Once America's favorite Southern dad, known for his razor-sharp wit and luxury lifestyle on Chrisley Knows Best, he was now just another inmate. But everything changed the day he received news that would flip his world upside down. He had been pardoned. In the exclusive sit-down interview from his Nashville home, a setting freshly warmed with family laughter and the smell of sweet tea brewing in the background, Todd finally opened up. And for once, the man who always had a clever comeback was, briefly, at a loss for words. "I thought they were joking," Todd said, his eyes shimmering. "At first, I genuinely thought one of the guards was playing a trick on me. It wouldn't have been the first time someone tried to rattle me in there." He paused, pulling at the sleeve of his crisp white shirt. "But when the warden came in, straight-faced, and handed me the letter himself, that's when I knew." I sat there in stunned silence, clutching that piece of paper like it was a golden ticket from Willy Wonka. The pardon came after a whirlwind of public support, numerous appeals, and a campaign led fiercely by wife Julie Chrisley and their daughter Savannah. With new evidence surfacing and questions swirling about prosecutorial conduct, the tide began to turn. And eventually, the official word came down. Todd Chrisley was a free man. But freedom, he says, didn't hit all at once. "When I walked out, I didn't run. I didn't jump for joy. I just stood there. I could hear birds singing. I hadn't heard that in so long. I felt the sun on my face, and it didn't feel real. It felt like I was watching someone else's life." He described the moment he reunited with his family as something out of a movie. "Savannah was the first to grab me," Todd recalled with a teary smile. "She wouldn't let go. Then Grayson and Chloe. We were just this mess of hugs and sobbing and laughter." But behind the relief, Todd admitted to grappling with a cocktail of emotions: guilt, anger, gratitude, and disbelief. "There was a part of me that was mad," he said quietly. "Mad that it took so long. Mad that we had to go through all of that when I knew in my soul we didn't belong there." He credited his faith for helping him stay grounded during the darkest days. "I prayed every night. Sometimes I didn't even have words, just tears. But I felt God with me, even when I couldn't feel anything else." Though pardoned, Todd's time behind bars changed him forever. There are men still in there who shouldn't be. Men who don't have cameras on them, who don't have daughters fighting on TV for them. I saw their pain, their hopelessness, and that's something I carry with me now. He revealed that he's planning to launch a new nonprofit aimed at advocating for wrongfully convicted individuals and bringing attention to prison reform. It's not just about me anymore, he said. It can't be. If my suffering can help someone else, then maybe it wasn't all in vain. When asked what the word pardon meant to him now, Todd leaned back, folding his hands thoughtfully. It means more than legal freedom. It means a second chance, a chance to rewrite the narrative. Not just for me, but for my family, for Julie. Todd's voice cracked as he spoke about his wife, still serving time during his release. Julie is the strongest woman I know. We talk every day. She's proud of me, and I'm proud of her. But I won't feel completely free until she walks out those gates too. He hinted at plans to document their journey back to normal, whatever that might look like now. We're not hiding. We never have. If anything, this experience has stripped away the gloss and left us more real than ever. People are going to see a different side of us now, raw, honest, unfiltered. Despite everything, Todd hasn't lost his signature sense of humor. When asked what he did first upon returning home, he laughed. I took the longest shower known to man. Then I binge-watched every season of The Real Housewives. Don't judge me. I needed some high-level drama that wasn't happening to me for a change. As for the future, Todd's not making grand promises or painting a picture-perfect comeback. Instead, he's taking it one slow, grateful step at a time. I used to think success was measured in bank accounts and how big your closet was, he said. Now it's about waking up to fresh air, hearing your child's voice, and being able to say, I love you without a wall between you. He stared out the window for a moment, watching the late afternoon light pour across the Tennessee hills. That letter might have been a pardon, he added, voice firm with conviction. But the real forgiveness, the real healing, that's still happening. And I'm okay with that. One thing is certain, Todd Chrisley is back, and this time, he's got a new mission, not just to reclaim his place in the world, but to make that world better for those who've been silenced. And whether you loved him for his flamboyant quips or loathed his reality TV swagger, it's hard to deny the gravity of what he's come through. Because sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't come from fame or fortune, but from a moment of grace, sealed in a letter that simply says, you are free. I used to think success was measured in bank accounts and how big your closet was, he said. Now it's about waking up to fresh air, hearing your child's voice, and being able to say, I love you without a wall between you. He stared out the window for a moment, watching the late afternoon light pour across the Tennessee hills. That letter might have been a pardon, he added, voice firm with conviction. But the real forgiveness, the real healing, that's still happening. And I'm okay with that. One thing is certain, Todd Chrisley is back, and this time, he's got a new mission, not just to reclaim his place in the world, but to make that world better for those who've been silenced. And whether you loved him for his flamboyant quips or loathed his reality TV swagger, it's hard to deny the gravity of what he's come through. Because sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't come from fame or fortune, but from a moment of grace, sealed in a letter that simply says, you are free.